All right. Okay, so we're starting in a heart opener today. And if you have blocks, you can use those. And we'll set up our blocks in a T formation. You can have your block on the lowest level and then put the next one on the highest level. And we can lay back on that. Or if you want something a little bit more, you can set it up where your block is on the medium height and the high height. If you don't have blocks, maybe just use a blanket and drape yourself over that, lay the blanket long ways on your, again, we're setting ourselves up always for comfort. So if you have the blocks, we lay back and we put the first block along the back of our rib cage in the middle, and we rest the back of our head on the other block. If you're on your blanket, just lay back, let the whole spine lengthen along the blanket. And wherever you are, just allow the front of the chest to open up, open out the arms, let them rest. And set your legs the best way that's comfortable for you. You can keep them bent, lengthen them out. You can even bring them into Baddha Konasana or even cross-leg and open up that way. So maybe play around with that and just find the one spot where you feel your body go, ah. And we'll just start with some deep breaths here, maybe 2 or 3, inhaling nice and big. Find expansion wherever you can. And then open your mouth and exhale and just let it go. And take a couple more just like that. Letting your shoulders drip backwards towards the ground. A soft expansion across the front of your chest, the heart opening. Relax the back of your skull on your support. And soften and relax your jaw and your throat. Draw your awareness inward and begin to notice little areas of the body that may just start with these micro releases. Maybe you feel the back of the pelvis settle just a tiny bit more. Feel the arms get a little heavier, resting on the earth. Letting your body settle in. And then just bring the attention to your breath this morning without changing it or needing for it to be different. Just notice where you feel your breath today. Where do you sense movement happening? And if it's comfortable for you, maybe begin to slow the breath down just a little bit. Maybe drawing that inhale down a little deeper. Letting your exhale linger a little longer. All without straining or forcing. Then I'm going to invite you to draw the attention to the middle of the chest and see if you can perhaps sense your heart beating today. Maybe you can feel it in the chest. Maybe you can sense it in the ears. It's very subtle, so don't should yourself here. This is just a gentle invitation. And even if you can't sense it or hear it, maybe just visualize the beating of your heart. This beautiful organ that pumps our nutrients and fresh prana, life energy all around the body. Just connecting to that place for a moment. And we'll take a couple more breaths here. And we'll go ahead and we'll take one more nice deep breath. Just make it a nice big one here. Cleansing breath. Inhale deeply. Open the mouth, exhale, let everything go. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna come off our props. And we're gonna do this really slowly and easy. So you're going to move in a way that is most safely and easeful for you. Maybe you can just roll off to one side, coming off, and gently pressing yourself up. Take your time, and we'll just set our blocks aside. Or if you have a blanket, maybe you want to now bring it under your hips and just elevate our hips a bit for the next seated few moments of our practice. So find a comfortable seat where you can sit up nice and tall and you can relax your shoulders down. So we're going to do a little bit of activation in the neck today, along just the sides of the neck, just to either side of the throat here. So I'd like you to take your left hand and just bring it to the notch that's at the base of your throat where your throat meets your chest. And we're going to move it over to the right about an inch. And if you kind of roll your shoulder a little bit, you'll be able to kind of feel where your collarbone meets your sternum there. There's a little joint there. You can kind of feel that collarbone moving back and forth. We're going to place the left palm in that general area where the clavicle meets your sternum. And we're going to take the right hand and place it on top. Gently press in and then drag the hands down, and you'll drag the skin down just a little bit. Again, gentle here. Inhale, lift the chin up. And as you exhale, Tilt the head back to the left. And you'll feel a tugging under the skin of this right side neck. And just move it around a bit, maybe open and close your mouth a bit. Feel that gentle tug. Find a place you can work with, where you can just stay. We're going to just breathe slow, even, steady breath here for a few moments. Again, not aggressive here, not trying to come to some super intense pulling down, just gentle tugging. On your inhale, bring the head back up. And as you exhale, release the hands down to your knees or thighs. Close your eyes. Inhale your breath. Exhale, release, and notice the difference in sensation between your right and left next side of the neck. Does that sensation radiate anywhere out, up into the side of the head, over into the right shoulder? Is there any difference in the right and left arm? And again, these are not have-tos or shoulds. These are just suggestions for observation. And we'll do the other side. So now bringing the right hand over to that left, where the collarbone meets the sternum. If you need to move it a little bit just to find it, that's fine. It's not super specific, just in that general area. Place your left hand on top, press in, drag down. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, tilt it back towards the right. Once again, maybe a little circling, just subtle movement, open and close your jaw. Notice that gentle tugging sensation under the skin on the left side of your neck. Find a place you can work with. And pause in the stillness there and breathe. Slow, steady inhale and a full, complete exhale. Use your inhale to bring your head back to center. Exhale. Release the hands down again. Inhale the breath. And exhale. And notice again, hopefully feeling more balanced now side to side. Comparing the right to the left. Noticing if any of that sensation is spreading to other areas, adjacent areas, the arm, the shoulder, maybe up into the side, the cheek. So there's a whole cluster of acupressure points along the side that are very calming. So just notice your state for this moment. We're going to go ahead and place the right hand next to us. We're going to inhale the left arm up and exhale, take a side bend. Keep that left sit bone rooted down, extending this left side of the body, reaching up and over. Inhale your breath. As you exhale, bend the left elbow into cactus, press into the right hand, gently turn the heart towards the sky. You can lift the gaze as well. Inhale, turn, reach. Exhale, bend the elbow, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach, side bend. Exhale, press into that right hand, bend that elbow back. We'll inhale and reach. As you exhale, Sit up, draw the left arm across the front, hook it with the right arm underneath. Letting the right arm come behind your shoulder. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, gently twist to the right. You're not going to go very far. That's fine. And turn the gaze out over the right shoulder, looking out. The same direction as the left hand is pointing. Opening the shoulder along the back there, the back of the left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Maybe another breath here. Inhale, return yourself to center, and exhale, release the hands, left hand on the earth. Inhale, right arm up and over. Exhale, side bend. Feeling that right sit bone rooted down, reaching up and over, creating that space in the right side body. Let's inhale our breath. Exhale, cactus the arm, press into the left, turn the heart just a tiny bit towards the ceiling, looking up. Inhale, reach over, stretch. Exhale. Inhale it up and over. Exhale, bending that elbow, opening through the chest. Inhale, reach it up and over. Exhale, bend the elbow. And this time we'll inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, sitting on up and drawing that right arm across, giving it a little hook with the left arm, draw it in towards you. Inhale your breath, sit tall. And exhale, just gently twist over to the left and let your gaze look out past your right fingers. Breathing now, feeling the opening along the back of the right shoulder. That right shoulder blade is moving away from your spinal column. And we'll inhale to come to center and exhale, release. Maybe take a couple shoulder rolls. Just see how that feels now, all this upper area. How do you feel? Maybe a little more open and free. We're going to come off the blanket. If you're sitting on one, set it aside. And we're going to come onto hands and knees for some cat-cow. So again, always taking your time to get where you need to go. We're not in any rush today. And when you're ready to go ahead and get started, let the inhale drop that solar plexus belly down, lifting the gaze and the tailbone tips up. We exhale and round. Draw that belly up and in. Really think about pulling the belly up the diaphragm, up underneath the rib cage as you press the floor away. Inhale, relax the belly, let everything drop. Exhale, really drawing that belly in. Pull it up and in towards the spinal column. Continue here for a few more rounds. Our focus today really being on this idea of pulling that belly in and up. Completely relaxing it, letting it go on that inhale. On your next inhale, just come back to a neutral spine. And we're going to take a little sway here. We're going to shorten the left waist as if we're trying to bring our left shoulder and left hip towards one another, looking back towards our left foot. Our right side waist is lengthening. So we'll inhale for center and exhale, kind of take a little side crunch over to the right. And just flow with your breath. Inhale, exhale, almost like we're wagging our tail a little bit. Inhale to center, exhale out to the right. Inhale, exhale, shoulder to hip. Inhale, exhale it out, other side. Couple more times here. Follow the pace of your breath today. Noticing that little compression as we draw the hip and shoulder together on that side waist, and the difference when we expand and go to the other side. When you come to an inhale next, return yourself to center, walk your hands out about a full handprint and tuck your toes. Lifting into a gentle downward facing dog today, take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to hover the knees, lifting those hips. Press into your hands so you're pushing the front of the mat away, sending your hips up and back. Keep a generous bend in your knees and just begin to pedal it out as we warm up the back of the legs, the hamstrings, the calf muscles, opening up underneath our arms. Nice and gentle here. So you know what you want to do to move here. You can sway side to side if you like. If you're ready to settle into stillness, you can do that. Otherwise, just take another breath or two here with some movement, however you want to move today. And then everyone's just going to lift up onto the tippy toes, press the mat away, lift those hips and exhale. Lower the heels towards the floor. Remember, we're not worried about whether they touch or not. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift up onto your tippy toes, press the front of the mat away. Exhale, settle the heels. One more time, just like that. Inhale, lift up on the tippy toes. Press the mat away. And exhale. This time we're going to lift up onto the tippy toes. Turn the gaze towards the top of the mat, start to come forward, and tippy toe walk up to the top of the mat, where we'll find a nice forward fold and hang. Let your knees be soft. Sway, grab opposite elbows here. Again, these are options for you. Let the head dangle here. See if you can release all the muscles in your neck. So the head is just hanging there off the end of the spinal column. Everything dripping down. Excuse me. Wonderful. If you have the hands clasped, go ahead and dribble them down to the floor, and everyone, let's inhale up halfway. Let's get a nice long spine here. Reaching the crown of the head forward, tailbone back. Exhale, take a nice fold here. Bend the knees, drop the hips towards the floor. Inhale the arms out to the side, big sweep up to standing, inhaling. As you exhale, draw the hands through the midline and bring them to your heart. If it's comfortable, close your eyes here. Just take a breath or two. Feel the feet on the earth. Grounding down and inhaling, lifting through the heart. Crown of the head lifting up to the sky. Exhale, release the shoulders away from your ears. Float your eyes open. And on the inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands forward and rest them on your knees, bending into your knees. So it'd be like we're in a chair posture, only the hands are on our knees and we're supporting ourselves on our hands here and our arms. And we're going to do some cat-cow here. But again, we're going to really, the focus is going to be on drawing that belly in and up underneath the rib cage. So inhale, lift your heart, press into the hands. Exhale, keep the hands pressed into the thigh, but draw in and pull that belly in. Inhale, release the belly, look up, breathe in, lift the heart. Exhale. Draw that belly up in it. Release, inhale. Exhale, draw it in, doming into the back. On your inhale, bring it forward, release the hands, sweep everything up, stand tall. Exhale, bring the hands back behind you for interlace. Reach your knuckles as you draw your shoulder blades towards one another. Inhale, standing tall, heart is lifted. Exhale, bend the knees and take a fold forward. Lift the arms up off your back as much as you can. Shoulder blades still drawing together, opening up through the chest. Release the head and the neck. Inhale your breath. Exhale, release your arms, sweep them down to the floor, out in front, lower the hips. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back, keep the knee lifted, find a lunge. Planting the left hand on the ground. On the inhale, the right arm sweeps forward all the way up and back, reaching for the wall behind you. As you exhale, sweep the arm back towards the front and dome over, straightening into the front leg. Inhale, bend the knee forward into the lunge, arm sweeps up and open. Exhale, sweep it back, dome over. Again, inhaling, up and open, lunge. Exhale, all the way back into your dome. One more time, inhale. Exhale, dome, linger here for a breath or two. Let your head and neck be relaxed. Heel of the left foot pressing down. Begin to lift the gaze, bending into the front knee, and on the inhale, step it back up and take a fold. Inhale, we're going to come up to standing. Exhale, bring the hands forward once more. Let the hands rest on the thighs, knees are bent. Heart is lifted, inhale. Find a little bit of cow. Exhale, round into cat. Draw that belly up and in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lifting the heart. And exhale, rounding, drawing in. This time on the inhale, come on up, all the way up, arms reach out and up. Exhale, find the interlace. Maybe notice which fingers were in front and see if you can switch the way your fingers are interlaced. Ooh, awkward. Draw the shoulder blades back towards another. Reach for the floor. Take an inhale and exhale. Bend the knees and fold. Funny the things we get used to. Alrighty, lifting those arms up, opening up through the shoulders. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, release the hands down to the ground and inhale up halfway. Exhale, take your fold. Right foot steps back this time, finding your lunge. Set your feet and the right hand on the earth this time. Inhale, left arm swoops forward, big circle all the way up and back. Opens the heart towards the sky. Exhale, bring it all the way forward and dome over. Inhale, come forward into the lunge, reach it all the way up and back. Exhale, sweep it back down, straightening a bit into that front leg. Inhale, bring it forward and open. Exhale back, dome over. The last one here, inhaling it forward. And exhale. Let's find our dome here. Linger. Let the right heel melt to the ground and let your body drape over the front leg. Bend gently into the front knee, plant the hands. We're stepping back to downward facing dog here. Take a breath in, lift up onto the tiptoes, exhale, melt the heels. Taking a flow here, inhale yourself forward and find your plank. Exhale, bend the elbows and lower down to your belly. Inhale for your cobra or up dog, your choice. Exhale it back to child's pose. Take a breath here, maybe widen those knees, make some room for the belly here. Tune in, maybe noticing your heartbeat here. Finding that movement here, maybe our heartbeat has started to elevate a little bit. Feel it pulsing. Alrighty, let's go ahead and inhale into our tabletop. And we're going to draw the right knee forward, tuck the back toes, lift the heel, and then turn yourself to the side of the mat. A little bit of a wide leg fold here. Our toes are slightly turned in. Inhale yourself up halfway just to find some length in your spine here, and then exhale, take a fold. Knees can have a little softness in them here. And then we're going to inhale up halfway. As you exhale, bring each hand to your hip. Soft, gentle knees here. Not too much of a bend, but just a little bit. And then on the inhale, press into the feet and slowly rise on up. As you exhale, turn your heels in so your toes are pointed out. So you'll notice that I'm really not in a super wide leg stance. My feet are wider than my shoulders and my hips here, but not extreme so. Here's where we're going to get into the option of whether you want to take the next set of movements slow and gentle and easy, or if you want, we can ramp it up a little bit, energizing it a little bit more. So this is completely up to you. This is your opportunity. Again, tune in, see what you need today. If you want to expend a little bit more energy, maybe take that seat, ramp it up a little bit. If you don't, that's fine. So let's take an inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, bend into the knees. Gentle little goddess here. Bring your hands to your heart. And then we're going to take the inhale here at center. As we exhale, shift the weight into the left foot. Draw the right foot up and cross tap the left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, come back to center into the goddess. Exhale, other side. Draw the left foot up, cross, and down. And we're going to take this movement back and forth. Again, slow and gentle, or maybe you want to take it a little more, a little quicker. If you have that extra energy here, remember, inhale at center, exhale it out. If you have amped up energy, really express that exhale. So inhale, inhale, in, we're going to do this several more times here. Keep it going. your pace. If you're taking it, if you've amped it up, start to slow it down a little bit. Maybe one more on each side here. All right, settle in here. Release the hands down to the top of the knees, top of or bottom of the thighs here. Support the weight of your torso here, lean forward a bit. Gently press out on the thighs here, knees pressing out. Take a breath in. And exhale, dip the right shoulder down, pressing away your right knee. Turn the gaze to the left. Take a breath or two here. Maybe really feeling that heart beating now, huh? Inhale, come to center. Exhale, press out. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop that right shoulder down. Inhale to center. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, go ahead and come to center. Take an exhale here. We're going to inhale up to standing, straighten the knees. As you exhale, turn the heels back out. Toes are pointed in. Now a little bit wider, taking another fold here one more time. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Slowly keep the spine nice and straight. Hinge at the hips and take it over. Reach the floor and relax it all down. Let the head dangle. Ooh. If you want to sway gently, go ahead. Or just hang. How's your breath? So I'm going to come up halfway, inhaling. I'm going to look for my blanket. I'm going to grab my blanket. We're going to be doing some work on our knees, so I want some support under my knee today. So I'm going to encourage you to do that. If you don't want to, we're going to be moving on our knees, so I don't want anyone to have any kind of pain there. So from our wide leg fold here, we're simply going to turn towards the top of the mat. Walk the hands, pivot the feet, and once you reach the top of the mat, lunge, drop your left knee down. And we're going to find some more movement here. And again, there's going to be some options. So please choose which you're feeling the best in your body. If you want to give it a try and it doesn't work, no worries. So giving everyone a moment to set into their lunge. Make sure you, again, I really encourage you to have a little bit of padding under the knee today. From our lunge here, we're going to inhale the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to bring the hands down to the inside of our right foot. Next inhale, we draw the right foot back, spin the left foot out, come into side plank, opening up, reaching the right arm out and up, or your foot can stay down, your choice. The exhale will bring us back into the lunge, bringing the foot forward. So moving those between those with our breath. So inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down. Inhale, sweep the leg back, turn and sweep open to supported side plank. Exhale, bring it back to the lunge. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale back, supported side plank. And exhale. Adding on one more thing, only if you want to. Keep the knee down, or you can tuck your toes. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, back. supported side plank. Exhale, bring it into the lunge. 2 more times, your choice. Inhale up, maybe lift the knee. Exhale, take it down, sweep it back. Exhale, come into the lunge. Inhale it up, maybe lift. Exhale. Inhale, sweep it back. This time, as you exhale, drop the foot if it's not already dropped. Stay in supported side plank. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over. Exhale, sweep it back towards your hip. And inhale, up and over. Stay here, breathing. Lift that right rib cage up towards the sky. Reach with the heel, baby toe, edge of the right foot, and reach with the fingers. Inhale your right arm all the way up. Exhale, turn everything back to the mat. Drop both knees, hands under the shoulders, and come to your belly. Bringing the elbows forward, forearms on the mat, Sphinx pose. A little active Sphinx here, inhaling to lift the heart. As you exhale, dome, lift the belly and hips off the floor. You can leave the knees on the floor or press it to the tops of the feet. Draw that belly up and in, no matter whether your knees are up or down. Drop the hips, inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, tuck the belly. Inhale for Sphinx. Exhale, lift the hips, tuck the belly. Inhale, come to Sphinx. As you exhale, turn the hands out toward the edges of the mat. Keep the gaze forward, heart lifted. Relax the lower part of your body. And on the inhale, gently press into the palms, straighten into the arms, lifting into seal posture. And this is a little bit of a back bend, but really the focus here is on lengthening the front body. Excuse me. Lengthening the front of your abdomen. Maybe you can sense the opening from the lower pelvis all the way up the front, past the navel, into the upper belly. Take one more breath here. And on your exhale, lower down. Bring the hands to midrib, and we're going to press to child's pose. Inhale to the table. Exhale, take it back. Just a couple breaths here. We'll move right on to the other side. Inhale, bringing it forward. We're bringing the left foot forward, coming into our lunge. Get yourself set. So you know where we're going here, and you know what worked for you on the other side. So again, take the options that you want to take here. Keep it slow, keep it easeful. If you want to take it up a little bit more by lifting the knee or taking the leg, lifting the leg in the back rather than keeping it down. So lots of different options for you today. So if you ever come back to this practice and you want to change it up, take it up, bring it down, you have that ability to do so. So let's get started. Ready, everyone? We're going to inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hands come to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, sweep it back, turn the right foot out, lift up, supported side plank. Exhale, bring it back to the lunge. Inhale it up, maybe taking it up. Exhale it down. Inhale, bring it back. Leg up or down. Exhale. Coming back to low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Pausing in the supported side plank this time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale to take it to the side plank. And again, if your leg is not already, exhale the foot down. Inhale the arm up above. Bring the bicep by the ear and reach. Exhale the hand back. Reach back behind you. And inhale it up and over. And we're going to pause here. Keep breathing, pressing the floor away, actively lifting those left rib cage up and really getting long in your side body here. A little activation in the left leg, pressing the heel away, reaching the fingers up and away. Take a breath in and sweep the left arm up. And exhale, turn everything to the mat. Both knees on the floor. Lower to your belly into Sphinx. Okay, one last bit of effort here before we slow things down. Let's get our Sphinx set up. Inhale. Exhale, draw that belly. Stay on the knees or press and lift everything up. Inhale, lower down. Gently draw yourself forward. Exhale, dome it, round it, lift it up. Last one, you can do it. Inhale and exhale. Lower it down, beautiful. Turn those palms out. If you'd like, stay here or press into the palms, lift up, inhaling, finding our Sphinx pose. Just finding a gentle stretch for the front of our body. All those tummy muscles. Inhale your breath. As you exhale, come back down, lower the forearms, bring the hands together, stack your palms and rest your forehead down. I'd like to invite you once again to check in with your heartbeat now. Maybe you can feel it against the floor or actually feel it inside the chest wall. Try to relax your shoulders. Really tune in, feel the inner landscape. Notice the pace of your breath without wanting to change it in this moment. Just notice where it is naturally. And from here, we're going to start slowing things down and using some breath work to down regulate everything, to calm everything down. So we're going to be bringing the hands back to our midrib. And we're going to work with a 4 count in, 4 count out, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale slowly to cobra or up dog, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, child's pose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale forward, 4, 3, let the hips drop, 2, 1. Exhale, child's pose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling back, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continue here on your own for about 2 more cycles. Slow, even counting breath, equal inhale, equal exhale. Ending in child's pose. Crossing the forearms, rest the forehead down. Make sure the knees are wide here. We want room for the belly so it's not too compressed here. Check in again and notice your heartbeat now. Notice your breath now. Has there been a shift for you? Maybe the heartbeat is decreased a bit and the breath is starting to slow down. On your next inhale, come on up. And we're going to come to seated. So I'm going to take my blanket. I'm just going to fold it over and I'm going to come to sit on my blanket so that my hips are a little bit elevated for this next little bit. So again, take your time to get there. We're going to be bringing our feet, with the soles of the feet together, but they're going to be away from our pelvis. We're going to have a nice loose diamond shape here and just let the knees fall out. If that's in any way really uncomfortable and you have your blocks, you can always take your blocks and kind of stack them under the thighs for support here, if that hurts the hips at all, or you can just let them hang. It's up to you. And for a moment, I want to bring your attention to the sole of your foot, the bottom of the ball of the big foot here. There's this little center point about right in the middle of the foot here. I hope you guys can see that. So almost like between the second and the third toe, directly underneath that, but right below, off to the center of the ball of the big foot. And we're going to place our thumbs in this area on both feet. And we're going to just press the thumbs in and make little tiny circles for a moment. This is an acupressure point called Kidney 1. And it's a wonderful point on our body that's incredibly nourishing. It's part of our kidney meridian, which is responsible for our vitality and our longevity. But it's also really wonderful to stimulate this point when we have a lot of extra energy, especially when it's all up in the head and we're feeling kind of crazy. It actually draws the energy down in a way. In some literature, it's said to be good for headaches or any kind of tension in this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to just gently press the thumbs into the Kidney 1 point. Take a breath in, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, just dome over, let your head and neck drape. Keep gentle pressure on Kidney 1 and begin to once again engage into a 4-count inhale, 4-count exhale. So the pressure on Kidney 1 is not super deep. It doesn't have to, we're not gripping and really digging in. Just a little gentle press there. Mindful of that 4 to 4 count breath, equal in, equal out. Couple more breaths here, 4 to 4. You can release the grip of the hands. If they're pressing, just let them relax. And take one more round. As you inhale, slowly rise back up to seat. Exhale when you reach the top. Make a mental note now of that inner landscape. Just noticing, remembering when we were on our bellies after all that movement and stuff and how that felt and how you feel in this moment. So really all we did was engage in some equal breath and a little bit of kidney 1 stimulation, and already hopefully you're feeling a little bit downregulated. So we're going to continue with a little bit more. We're going to just extend the left leg out, draw the right sole of the foot up to the inner thigh. Again, maybe stack a block under the hip if you need. I'm going to grab a block here, and I'm going to set it right on the inside on the highest height. If you don't have a block, you can take your other blanket, and you can kind of just place it over the thigh here. And we're going to just come forward with a straight spine. And the idea here is we're going to rest the forehead. So if you don't have the block, take the heel of your hand, rest the elbow on the blanket so you're not digging the bony part of your elbow into your thigh, and rest your forehead here. If you have the block, or 2 blocks, whatever you need, make a little stack and come forward and rest your forehead on the block. We're doming over here, so we're not worried about a super straight spine. But we are lengthening out along the back of the right leg, and you can gently, gently pull the toes back of the left foot. So start with the 4 to 4 count breath here. And if that's comfortable, take it up to a 4 count inhale, 5 count exhale. If that's comfortable, maybe move to a 4 count inhale, 6 count exhale. So we're going to move to the other side here, but I want you to move with the least amount effort possible. So as you take your next breath in, just lift the head up. Move this block aside, straighten the right foot out. Again, gentle. Not expending a lot of energy. Draw the left foot in. Reset up whatever prop you had to rest the forehead. Draw yourself forward, dome over. Find your position where your forehead is resting, either on the heel of your hand or the blocks. Very gently draw the toes of the right foot back. Re-engage with your breath, 4 to 6. Stay here with 4 to 6, or if that's comfortable, try giving 4 counts in, 7 count out, exhale. And if that feels comfortable and you want to give it a try, take it up to a 4 count inhale, 8 count exhale. Essentially making our exhale twice as long as our inhale. If it's in any way uncomfortable or you feel that you're straining, lower your count back down to 6 or even 5. Find the comfort level for yourself. Taking one more round of breath at your pace, at your count of your choice. And as you inhale next, slowly, as effortlessly as possible, lift yourself back up. Come to seated. Remove your prop. So I'm going to extend my left leg out. I'm going to scooch up off my blanket. And we're going to be coming to our backs next, but I'm going to set one thing up that I really like to have in Shavasana. So I'm going to take my blanket and I'm going to unfold it. I'm going to lay it at the top of my mat. And you'll see that it has a, where my crease of my blanket is at the top of the mat, where my head's going to go. And I'm going to stagger the blanket here so that the folded edges, I have my fringy edge here, and then, so it's staggered maybe about 3 to 4 inches. I'm going to have my other blanket folded and ready to go on the side here. We'll use that. And we're going to come to our backs, and I'm going to have the lower edge of the blanket here come to right about the top of my shoulder blades. So the top of the shoulder blades, the back of my top shoulders are resting on the blanket. And we're just going to let it sit there for now. So that's all set up and ready to go. If you want to do this again, this is an option I'll offer you once we get to Shavasana. Keeping our knees bent, feet on the floor, arms at our side. We're going to articulate the spine one last little bit of time. We just did a bunch of forward folding. So we're just going to work the spine out a couple times with a breathing bridge here. Nice and slow, very easy, not super aggressive, pushing way, way up. Just gentle breathing, articulating the spine here. On the inhale, press, begin to lift the pelvis, one vertebrae at a time, lifting up to the sky. Exhale, return to the ground. Again, reversing the process, one vertebrae at a time, pelvis, last thing to land. Again, inhaling up. Exhale it down. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. We'll do one more. Inhaling, let your hips lift. Exhale, bring it down. Turn your heels out, let your knees knock in. Let's take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Back is settled. We're going to extend the left leg long. Inhale, draw the right knee in. Exhale, take a twist. Right leg over. Let the left hand gently guide you. Sweep the right arm open or up, your choice. Twisting it out, sending the gaze intuitively where it wants to go. Keeping the breath slow and even. letting the twist be gentle. On the inhale, we're just going to draw back to center, and on the exhale, extend the right leg long. Inhale, left knee, draw it up. Exhale, guide it on over with your right hand. Find your twist on this side. Let that left arm just sweep out or up. Starting to draw the awareness inward and noticing what's going on inside. As you inhale next, bring yourself to center. And we're going to start to set up for Shavasana here. If you need a little bit of movement, if you need a happy baby or some knee sways, go ahead and take that now. But then we're going to go ahead and we're going to set up for Shavasana today. I'm going to bring my other blanket, and I'm going to invite you today to take the folded blanket and just drape it across your low belly, across the pelvis. Just a little bit of added extra weight and warmth here for the low belly. Very, very comforting. And I'm going to make myself a little bit of I like to call it a little nest for my head or a hug for my brain. So we have this upper layer of the folded blanket, and I'm going to just gently roll it a little bit, just enough to fill the space of my cervical spine under my neck. So just a little roll. Then I'm going to take the sides of my blanket, with my fingers pointing down, I'm curling the ends under and tucking them into the side of my head, behind the back of my ears, taking the tops, folding it under, creating just this little nest all around my head. This feels like my head's getting a nice big hug. And I'll bring my arms to my sides and get my legs lengthened out. So everybody landing here in your Shavasana. Make all the little micro adjustments that bring you to maximum comfort. Take a big breath in. And exhale, let it go. Let your head sink back into the support. Softening the jaw, all the facial muscles, the space between your eyebrows. Relax the throat and collarbones. Releasing the shoulders, arms heavy. Sense any tension draining down those arms, out the fingers. Feeling the chest and the belly relaxing, softening. Maybe take a notice of the warmth of the belly under the blanket. That warmth helping to release the hips, draining any tension or tightness, letting it go, dripping down the legs, through the shins and calves, the ankles, your feet, out your toes. Tune in one last time to your heart. And just allow yourself to rest and just be. Shavasana. Gently, slowly begin to deepen your next inhale. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths here, drawing the breath in, filling the body with that energy. Really notice if you can feel it radiating throughout the body. Bringing some energy to help you find movement. Taking your time as you're ready, removing the blanket, bending the knees up. Finding your way to your right side. Remembering to linger here for a couple breaths at least, 2 to 3 breaths, maybe 4. Just notice that inner landscape. The state of your being in this moment. Pressing to seated gently and slowly as you're ready. Taking your time to come to a beautiful, comfortable seat here. Drawing our hands in front of our heart. And together, breathing in a beautiful deep breath in. Exhaling, we let everything go. Fingertips to forehead for peaceful thoughts. To the mouth for kind words. To the heart for loving action. From my heart to yours, thanking you so much for joining me today, for sharing your practice and your presence with me. Always an honor and truly my pleasure meeting here with you every week. I hope this practice served you. Thank you so much. The light and love in me honors the love and light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you so much. That was wonderful, everyone.